It's not the title which I actually picked. I mentioned it yesterday up in Montreal. I would have picked a different name. The name would have been School is Back in Session. Because we all know the first time around, Bernard Hopkins schooled the young Jean Pascal, and that is exactly what he's going to be planning on doing again on May the 21st up in Montreal. We had a terrific press conference in Montreal. Some of you might have seen some clips on YouTube. I think it's one of the most watched items. Big news in Canada. Front pages on all the Canadian papers. So we really think it's going to be one of those events you don't want to miss. We are expecting a sellout crowd, setting a new record at the Bell Centre in Montreal. And Bernard Hopkins and Jean Pascal hold as well the pay-per-view record in Canada based on their past performance last December on the first fight. And we're looking on breaking that record as well. Here in the United States, the fight will be shown live on HBO. I want to thank Ross Greenberg and Kerry Davis and everyone, Mark Taffet, everyone at HBO for coming forward, stepping up and bringing this fight here, coming up with the necessary money to bring that fight live here to the TV audience in the United States. As we know, the first time around it was one of the most watched boxing events in recent history. And we anticipate that and frankly more for this fight around here, this time around. So the fight will be for the WBC and Ring Magazine Light Heavyweight World Championships. It will be for the WBC Diamond Belt as well. It is really going to be putting in the best two light heavyweights in the world, and is one of those much anticipated events. It is a pleasure now for me to introduce to you our co-promoter for the event, the president of Groupe Yvon Michel, Yvon Michel.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm very, very thrilled to be here again, second time in two fights, to talk a little bit about that fight. When I was here the last time, I told you that we were expecting a sellout crowd, that we were probably going to sell the Coliseum in Quebec City within a week, and this is exactly what we have done. There was over 16,000 people in Quebec City for the first fight. And for this one, May 21st in Montreal, first I'd like to thank our partner, Golden Boy Promotion, who has agreed to come in Montreal to stage this event. I want to thank Mr. Kerry Davis and Mr. Ross Greenberg for putting up what it took really to do that fight. Hasn't been easy because Jean was committed to another fight. Finally, the WBC came. It was a vote that they mandated that fight. Jean wanted to do that rematch, so that's what we're going to do. Richard said about how great was the fight. You know, much better than all of you have anticipated. Bernard was coming off two so-so fights in his two previous fights. Nobody really knew exactly who was Jean Pascal. And finally, it was the WBC fight of the year, and a fight that we didn't have an official winner, and in that late division, everybody wants to see that rematch. So May 21st at the Bell Centre in Montreal. We are going to be at the Bell Centre, and at the contrary of what Bernard said yesterday in Montreal, we're not there because we lost the purse bid. We're not there because Bernard wants to beat Jean Pascal in his own backyard. We are there because there will be near 20,000 people who are going to witness that fight. We are there because now in Quebec, because in Quebec City and Montreal, we have some of the most passionate and loyal fans around the world. We're going to be there because it makes sense to do that fight in Montreal. And Bernard said that he's got fans in Montreal. And he's right. He's got fans in Montreal. That's a good story. Which is sad. He's probably got more fans in Montreal than in Philadelphia. And that's why, again, we're doing it there. But there will be 20,000 people, but all of them, they will root for Jean-Pascal to retain his title once again. Thank you.
Thank you.